Good morning and good afternoon for some of you guys on the East Coast. My name is Sasha. I believe I've met almost all of you that are on the call today. I'm the head relationship manager for retirement plan marketing. Thank you so much for joining the webinar. Really excited that we've started to do these. Definitely think that it's going to be a really big value add, giving you guys just more support, a little bit more knowledge on how to fully utilize the products, as well as learning some strategy. So we're going to be doing these webinars every month. I believe our next one is May 15th. I think that sounds correct. And then we have one June 19th. So this whole quarter is going to be all about email. We have email marketing, just the basics today. We'll have email automation next time, and then we will also have email accessories, so things to enhance your emails. Before we get started, just going to review a couple things. So if you guys have any questions throughout the webinar, there's a chat box. Just want to make sure actually that everyone can hear me. If anyone wants to write in the chat, yes, I can hear you, that would be awesome. But if you guys have any questions while I'm going through this, please just feel free to write them in the chat and I can address them for you. All right, no one has told me that they can hear me, so I'm just going to assume that you guys can't hear me. If someone doesn't mind just writing in the chat, yes, we can hear you. Okay. All right, so another thing before we get started, we did add quite a few things to our marketing portal. I might take some time to just review that at the end of the call, but we added quite a bit of support videos, how-to videos. So if you guys have not checked out that part of the portal, it's called support. That's the tab. You'll also see all the webinars there. So please be sure to check that out. If you guys have like quick questions on how to do things, or you just want to double check that you're doing something correctly, that's a great place to start. Obviously, you guys are more than welcome to call the office. We're a small team, so chances are we're always going to answer the phone. And then other than that, this webinar should take probably less than 30 minutes. We'll get you guys in and out with some best practices, just double checking that you guys are doing everything great. So today's webinar, Basics of Email Marketing, going to take you guys through a couple different things. So how to choose the right email program. Really just going to take you guys through, what features to look for, my top 2 that I typically recommend for advisors, how to import your list into an email marketing program, and then segment different contacts, so different types of lists. What's the right call to action for different types of emails? How many call to actions do you use in an email? And then also understanding your numbers. So your opens, your click rates, what's a bounce, what's an unsubscribe. Basic stuff for email marketing, but all really great things that you need to know in order to be successful. Okay, so how to choose the right email marketing program. So for email marketing, there's so many options out there. It's a big pool to choose from, and it can get a little confusing, especially if you're maybe new to email marketing and you're not really sure what to look for. So I'm going to talk about the necessary features to look for. You want to make sure that it's cost efficient. Email marketing programs typically price by your list size. Most of them are free to start. So if you have like a smaller list, it's probably going to be free for a certain amount of time. You also, they charge depending on how many emails you send per month. We're going to talk about user-friendly, so the interface. There's nothing more frustrating than subscribing to a product and you just can't figure out how to customize things or how to work it. And then delivery rates as well, which is very important. Different email marketing programs have different email rates depending on the type of list you're importing or how you've obtained those contacts. Okay, so my top pick for advisors is Constant Contact, and I attached this screenshot because they have a great overview of all the different features that they offer. So couple different main features that you want to see in an email marketing program. You want unlimited emails. You don't want to be capped at a certain number of emails per month. So for example, if someone's telling you, we only allow 1,000 emails per month and your list is 500 contacts, you only get to send them two emails per contact per month. Now that might be fine for starting out, but once you really start to, especially for our program, Retirement Plan Marketing, we have you emailing them at least 2 times, probably 3 times a month. So you want to make sure that you get unlimited emails, and typically that's, in a basic subscription for an email marketing program. You want to see complete customization. So whether they provide you templates or you can create your own, you want to be able to customize those emails however you like. They don't need to be, on another level of design. You just need the basics for customization, but you want to be able to make it look good. You want to make sure that you can design it within your brand standards, so your colors, your imagery, your fonts. A lot of these email marketing programs allow you to upload fonts as well. So for us as a marketing agency, we have specific fonts that we use in our emails to match our brand standards, and if they're not included, we can usually upload them. Another thing is contact management, and this is something we're going to talk about towards the end of the call, but managing your contacts, making sure that you can see all types of reporting, people who have engaged with your campaigns, that you're able to take a look at clicks, opens, subscribes, bounces. Most email marketing programs come with that. Some of them actually require that as an upsell, but that should absolutely be included in basics. Some other great things, to have that aren't necessary. One of them is email automation, which you can see towards the bottom of this list. Email automation really gives you the ability to schedule things out ahead of time and not really have to go in and manually do things. So if you set up an email automation for all of our content, each quarter when you download the content, you customize it to your office, you can add all of those emails that we give you to an email automation. So you have 8 emails in an automation. You can set up when you would like them to be sent out, activate the email automation, and you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the quarter. You just have to go in and check your numbers, but you don't have to go in and send those emails individually. It automatically sends to the list on the exact date at the exact time that you'd like it to send. Another great thing is if they have any type of list building tools. So if they have light boxes or pop-up forms, opt-in features that you can use to collect leads on your website, that they will automatically be added to your email list. Those are also great features. So Constant Contact's really great. They only have two different pricing tiers. I believe a lot of our clients that use it use the Email Plus, and they go based on your list size, and I believe they give you unlimited emails if you have 500 or more contacts. If you have less than 500 contacts, I believe it's free, and you get 20,000 emails per month. So pros: easy to use, great delivery rate, customizable reporting tools, list building and pop-up forms, and unlimited emails in the basic subscription. My only cons, and I was kind of nitpicking, is that email automation isn't included in the basic subscription. Like I said, email automation is not necessary. You can still schedule emails in the basic subscription. And then the other one is you can't save your own template. So if you design an email, you can't just save it as a template. What you'll have to do is just keep copying the campaign. Not the end of the world, just a little tedious. Like I said, I'm just nitpicking. MailChimp is the other one I recommend. So MailChimp is super user-friendly, super customizable. It's a little bit cheaper than Constant Contact. My only con is that they have okay delivery rates. If you have purchased an email list or you have not acquired an email list organically, the delivery rate can be a little iffy. And this is something that I discovered a little bit earlier this year that I hadn't known. I'd always used MailChimp, but I had always grown a list organically, and we had a few contacts that had purchased their list, and they were not seeing great results. So we had them switch to Constant Contact and saw a little bit better. So if you've been growing an email list organically, people opt in on your website, that type of thing, or you run ads and you collect their contact information, then MailChimp is a great program to use. I recommend the growing business pricing tier. They have 2 other tiers, but the growing business is probably the best one. MailChimp also integrates with Facebook advertising. So if you run any type of Facebook advertising, or if you build out landing pages, it's a really great platform. They have pretty great support as well. Okay, moving on, how to import and segment your email list. So if you are signing up for a new email marketing program, or you obtain an email list, whatever the case may be, there's specific types of important import fields you want to include, different types of lists you want to have in your email marketing programs, and then creating general interest lists. So important import fields: first name, last name, company name, email, phone number, title, type of contact. So if they're a prospect, a client, a center of influence relationship, or if they're a part of your team. And then the lead source. So if they're a referral, if they came from your website, if you met them at an event, if they were a guest of a client appreciation luncheon, whatever the case may be. Those are kind of my top import fields that you want to have. Typically, if you're switching to another email marketing program, they will ask you where you're coming from. So if you're signing up for MailChimp and you're importing a list, they'll ask you if you want to import from somewhere else. CRMs do that as well. The CRM that we use is Infusionsoft, and they have like a template Excel spreadsheet of all the different fields that they allow inside their CRM, so it makes it easier. So if you guys would like this Excel template, I can add it to the website, just in case you are building a list and you just want a friendly reminder of best practices of what fields to have. And then right below it, you can see a couple different lists we have inside our MailChimp account. So center of influence relationships, so Napa, Recon, FI360 are a couple different groups that we work with closest. So that's an email list for them. Retirement plan marketing prospects, retirement plan marketing clients, 401k marketing clients, and the 401k marketing team. So having these lists segmented is very important. Makes it easier when you're sending out emails. You can have a master list as well with everybody inside your list, but I do recommend segmenting some of those as well. Okay, so general interests. General interest is pretty much any type of contact that has opened an email or clicked a call to action inside your email. So this is more like prospect facing. Obviously, if you're emailing clients and centers of influence, you're going to have some clients who click on a lot of the items that you send or any of the content. Those are not to be ignored either. Obviously, they really enjoy what you're sending, so you should definitely recognize that. But for prospects, when you send out campaigns, you want to have a general interest list. These are priority contacts. They need to automatically be added to their own lists for email or follow-up. So the industry open rate average for financial services is about 21%, and the click rate is a dramatically lower 2.73%. So I got that from MailChimp. There was a couple other statistics online that weren't from email marketing programs. So we're going to go with this one, obviously, because MailChimp collects, their own statistics from, their users that send out email campaigns. And you can also, if you have MailChimp, you can let them know what industry you're in, so they can kind of provide you with reporting on how you're doing compared to the industry average and the national average as well. Okay, so for constant contact users, how you create general interest lists. When you're editing a campaign and you are editing a call to action link or button, when you go to add the link, there is a little checkbox that says enable click segmentation. If you click that, it automatically auto-populates a list that says general interest. That's something that Constant Contact provides you with. If you want to get more specific, you can enter in the type of content that it was. So you can put general interest for blog article benchmarking 401k funds. So that's one of the blog articles we have this quarter. And then also for MailChimp, they unfortunately don't have something that you can auto-populate, but you can click on opens, you can click on the contacts that have opened your emails and clicked your emails. You can export those as an Excel document. So a little bit more manual, but they'll include all the details and information that you need. Okay, and call to actions. So buttons versus links. I've seen both. We've done some A/B testing for clients that use a button as their call to action. Some use a link. It just depends. Both of them work fine. My whole deal on buttons and links is that if you're going to include both of them in an email template, or I'm sorry, an email campaign, the buttons need to be more of the primary call to action. So this was our first email for a support webinar. So I have 2 different buttons to register for the webinar because the email is a little long. So I put the first one after, what exactly we were promoting, which was the webinar. I put it right after the date as well and the summary. And then I included the agenda, and I also put the register for webinar underneath. The reason why is because for longer emails, if someone's reading it on their phone, for example, the screen only shows so much. So you want to give them that extra nudge to click on that call to action. So it's okay to provide 2 if the email is a little long. Then I have a link at the bottom that says you can view all upcoming webinars in the portal here. So that's a link. It's not, the primary call to action. If you guys don't click it, it's not going to really impact, registering for the webinar. So it's just a link. It doesn't need to be a call to action button. So if you're asking for someone to set up a time with you, or obviously, read an article or download an infographic or your newsletter, use a button if you want to. If you want to use a link, that's fine. Just make sure that you can see in plain sight that that is the call to action. I like to do buttons in different colors, so it stands out a little bit as well. So just some tips and tricks for call to actions. Okay, so bounces and unsubscribes. So bounces and unsubscribes are different from each other. And unsubscribe is when someone most likely scrolls down to the bottom of your email and unsubscribes. Now, with email marketing programs, by the CAN-SPAM Act law, they have to have that link at the bottom of the email to unsubscribe. I don't believe you can get rid of it. Don't try and get rid of it. You want to have that. If you get rid of it, you're breaking the law. So keep it there. It's okay if people unsubscribe. That's fine. As far as what a bounced email is, so I know of just the 2 main bounced types, soft and a hard bounce. So a hard bounce happens when an email can't actually be delivered. So this can be caused by an invalid email address, or maybe like a unexpected error during sending if you spelled their email wrong. And then soft bounces are recognized by the email server. So they're returned to sender because the mailbox is either full or temporarily unavailable. So how do you delete bounced emails? You have to delete them manually inside of Constant Contact. Now, Constant Contact will take your unsubscribes and they will remove them from your list. They have to do that by law. MailChimp too, and most likely every other email marketing program, they have to remove them from your list. It's the law. For bounced emails, you don't want to continue to be charged for those emails. So in Constant Contact, what you'll do is you'll go in to your reporting for a campaign, and you can see on the left-hand side, send, open, clicked spam. If you click on bounce, you can check them one by one, or if you check right to the left of name, it will check all of them, remove emails. If you want, you can export all of them into a list just to have for whatever reason, but delete them so you don't get charged for them. Sometimes if we go to events, if we host events and people scribble in their emails, sometimes it's wrong. Someone will make an error when typing the email, or maybe they forgot a letter. So if you go to like a small event and you get a small email, let's just double check if you get any bounced emails, and most likely just someone accidentally missed a letter. So those are the two differences between bounce and unsubscribe. So unsubscribed, email marketing programs take care of that for you. They don't, they will create a separate list of unsubscribed, and they will remove them from your primary email list so you cannot email them anymore. Now, if someone unsubscribes and it was by accident, or they want to resubscribe, that's fine. You can send them this type of like confirmation email. Email marketing programs, they will recognize when you try to re-add someone. They'll ask them this, they'll let you know this person's previously unsubscribed. Would you like to send them a confirmation email that it's okay that you re-add them to your list? So that's okay to do. Okay, so with that, that's the presentation. That is all I have for you guys today. Like I said, basics of email marketing, pretty easy stuff. I will add this recording to the portal. So if you guys would like to watch it again, you can. I will also add the Excel spreadsheet with the fields that you would like to have when you're importing lists. If there's anything else that you guys have questions on, feel free to put them in the chat. So far, I don't see anything, so I'm assuming that everybody is doing all the right stuff, and this is just kind of a good review for you guys. I will send out an email in probably an hour with the replay, so if you would like someone else on your team to watch it, or if you missed the beginning, or if you had to leave early, you can rewatch it. But I'm not seeing anything in the chat, so it looks like everyone is good to go. If you have any questions, you guys can email us. The email at the bottom, I will switch that out with my email next time, but it's Sasha, S-A-S-H-A, 401k-marketing, Sasha at 401k-marketing.com. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I really appreciate it, and I hope that this was a good reminder of what you have to do with email marketing. If you have any questions, please let us know, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks, and have a great day.